Calendula is one of the easiest and most useful plants you can grow in a home garden. It grows well in zones 5 and 6, supports pollinators, and has a long history as a valuable herbal medicinal plant. We are going to talk about how to grow it and use it. Calendula has the common name pot marigold, but it should not be confused with true marigolds. They are both in the daisy family, but they are different genuses. Calendula is an annual in most of North America, but will readily self-seed, so pick a place in your garden where they can establish themselves. Plants grow about 12 to 24 inches tall with bright orange or yellow flowers. The seeds are large, curved, and they're easy to handle. You can direct sow or start indoors. Direct sowing in the garden works well and is the simplest method. You can also plant them inside, but I recommend using cow pots because it doesn't like transplanting. Hi, I'm Amy. I make content about organic gardening and wildlife conservation. My latest garden book is on building backyard habitat. I also have several kids' activity books on Amazon, and you can check out my website for articles and free downloads. To direct sow, prepare a bed with loose soil. Plant after your first frost date. Press seeds about 1/4 to a 1/2 inch deep and space them 6 to 12 inches apart, kind of depending on your variety. Water the area gently after planting. Seeds will germinate in about 5 to 10 days when the soil temperatures are around 60 degrees Fahrenheit. If you want earlier blooms, you can start seeds indoors about 4 weeks before the last frost date. Keep the soil moist but not wet. Place trays in a bright window or under grow lights. Calendula does not need heat mats. Make sure you harden off the seedlings for about a week before moving them outside. I just made a short about hardening off. Transplant carefully to avoid root disturbance. I like the cow pots because then you can just plant the whole pot without disturbing the roots. There are several cultivars of calendula. Look for varieties that are high in resin if you want to make medicinal products. On the left is Alpha from Johnny's, which takes only 55 days to bloom and has a high resin count. On the right is Pacific Beauty, which is very fragrant and a great pollinator. It takes about 65 days till bloom. Calendula grows best in full sun, but it will tolerate partial shade. In hot summer areas, a little afternoon shade can help extend the bloom time. It also prefers well-drained soil with moderate fertility. Soil pH should be close to neutral, around 6.5. Calendula is adaptable, but very wet or compacted soil will cause root problems. So if your soil is heavy clay, mix in some compost to improve the drainage. Calendula is a fabulous companion plant. It attracts pollinators such as bees and hoverflies. It can also help draw in beneficial insects like ladybugs. And you can use calendula as a trap plant for aphids. The more you harvest, the more the plant produces. If you want the plant to self-seed, leave some flowers at the end of the season to dry and drop that seed. Harvest once the flowers are fully open and pull petals off before using. Don't eat the calyx or flower centers. That's the green part. Calendula has a long history of medicinal use. The flowers contain compounds that support skin health. Research shows it has anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties. It can be used for minor cuts, burns, rashes, and dry skin. So to dry, spread the flowers in a single layer, or the petals, I guess, in a single layer in a cool, dark place with good airflow, such as a pantry shelf or in the basement. They are ready when the petals feel crisp. You can also put them in a dehydrator set to a low temperature, around 95 to 105 degrees Fahrenheit. Higher heat can damage the compounds that give calendula its color and the medicinal value. Drying takes about 4 to 6 hours, depending on humidity and how thick the petals are. Check for dryness by touch. They should feel crisp and dry, not soft or leathery. Once dry, store them in a glass jar in a cool, dark place, and they will last about a year. You can make tea. The tea is mild and slightly bitter. It is good for supporting digestion and soothing the mouth and throat. To make tea, use dried petals. Place 1 or 2 teaspoons of the petals in an infuser and pour hot water over them and then cover the cup. Let it seep for about 10 minutes. You can also use calendula tea as a rinse for skin or in a compress. Let the tea cool, then soak a clean cloth and apply it to the skin. This is useful for minor irritations or things like sunburn. One of the most common ways to use calendula is to make a salve. Sorry, I can't say that word. The first step to making a salve is to infuse the dried flowers in oil. Start by filling a clean jar about halfway with the dried flowers, and then pour a carrier oil over the flowers until they are fully covered. Some choices: you could use olive oil, sunflower oil, or almond oil. Now you need to let that mixture sit in a cool, dark place for 4 weeks. Every day or so, gently rock the jar back and forth a couple of times to move the oil around the flowers. When it's ready, strain out the flowers and pour the oil in a double broiler. Have the water in the lower pan simmering. Then add 1 ounce of the small beeswax chunks in with the oil. So heat gently until the beeswax is melted. You can also add 20 or so drops of an essential oil if you would like. So stir that all gently until the beeswax is melted, and then you can pour in tins or jars wherever you're putting your salve. Store it in a cool, dark place. The salve should last for several months. Apply to dry skin, minor cuts, bug bites. Works good on diaper rash. Please give this video a thumbs up if it has been helpful. Check out my dandelion video next. I'm always interested in hearing your comments. Have you made any calendula products? Thanks for watching, and have a fabulous sunny day.